So if you are planning to apply for a Turkish visa all on your own, this video should be your one-stop guide. I recently visited Turkey and started posting my pictures and reels on Instagram, and one of the most requested questions was, how do we apply for a Turkish visa? So here it goes. Firstly, Turkey is a country that shares its borders both with Europe and in Asia. However, you cannot access Turkey via a Schengen visa. You have to apply for a Turkish visa separately. So basically there are two types of Turkish visa. One is a e-visa, which you can directly apply through their website, and second is a sticker visa. So sticker visa looks something like this. It's like imprinted on your passport, and this video will cover basically everything that you need to know on visa basics for both the e-visa and the sticker visa. If you have a valid UK, US or a Schengen visa, you are eligible to apply for a Turkish e-visa, which can be done directly through their website, which I will link in the description box. That process is relatively simple. Visa is processed as fast as 30 minutes and very few documentation is needed. Now, if you don't have any of these, you can apply for what is called a sticker visa. Now coming to the sticker visa requirement. This process sounds overwhelming in the beginning, but if you have like a good checklist, this process is not as difficult. To apply for a sticker visa, you need to apply it via the Gateway Globe website. Now, Gateway Globe are basically an agency which manages the Turkish visa applications on behalf of the Turkish Embassy in India. So you have to apply for your visa via them. They have designated centers all over the country. So you need to fill in your Turkish visa application, submit it to them with the list of documents that is required, which I'll cover in the later part of the video. And your applications, once submitted, is processed with the embassy via them, and they then send back your visa to your postal address. So that's basically a gist of the entire process. So first things first, go to their website, download the checklist. What are the documents that you need, because I'm going to cover the documents in the video, but this requirement changes from time to time. Okay, so I would suggest to do that. Second, you need to take an appointment through their website itself. So you kind of get the slots for the city that you want to apply from, select which time slot is the most feasible for you, and then book your slot accordingly. Now coming to the documentation part, let me first cover the documentation that is required by a salaried personnel. First of all, you need a leave letter from your employer in a letterhead of the company stating that you will be on leave for say this to this period, and it should be signed either by your HR or by your company representative, whatever. So that needs to be there. Second, you need 6 months of bank statements, which should be signed by the bank and not necessarily just a printout. So make sure that it is signed and stamped by the bank. That is a very important requirement. Third is you need pay slips of the last 3 months. Say if you are not a salaried personnel, you are an entrepreneur or you have your own business, in that case you would require your income tax returns, your GST returns. So these type of equivalent documents come handy. In case like you are a freelancer or a creator, maybe you could show some invoices or the credits of those respective amounts in your bank statement. So basically you need to give a proof of your income to the embassy. See, any embassy wants to make sure that you have the requisite money to be able to come to their country, to spend in their country and go back safely to your country. So that confidence comes from your bank statements, right? So once all your bank and your income statements are sorted, now let's come to the part 2, which is your itinerary of Turkey. What do you need for that? You would need, number one, all your refundable reservations. It can be via Airbnb, it can be via booking.com. Then you need your refundable flight tickets. Why am I emphasizing on refundable again and again is because in case you are not granted the visa and you cannot fly to that particular country, you don't lose any of your money. That you need is travel insurance. So before applying for an insurance, I would highly recommend that check the Gateway Globe's requirements as to what the minimum insurance they are seeking for. Generally it ranges from like 30,000 euros to 50,000 euros. And insurance can be easily purchased via the Policy Bazaar website. These days, Go Digit and Reliance are quite trusted, so you can go with either of them. This we are saying completely out of experience. Obviously, it is not sponsored, and it should cost approx like 1,000 to 1,200 INR for an insurance of two people. Now, you will also need a different size passport size photograph. So a normal passport size photograph doesn't work in case of Turkey. You need like a big one, the dimensions of which I will mention in the description box. Last is you need a cover letter. Now, what does the cover letter do? The cover letter is your hero of the entire visa application. You have to address this cover letter to the embassy. Tell them that I'm so and so, working in so and so, and I plan to visit your country, which is very, very beautiful, and that's how my itinerary is going to look like. I am going to stay in so and so hotels during my stay, and give details like that, so that it's easy for them to be able to understand as to what your purpose is in visiting their country. Also, in your application, just mention them that you have taken a travel insurance. Give them an appendix of all the documents that you have submitted along with the application. The last set of documents that you need are what I call the miscellaneous documents. These are not mentioned in the checklist, sometimes mentioned as well, so these are safe to carry. Number one is your PAN and your Aadhaar card copies. They ask for it sometimes, they don't ask for it sometimes, so it's completely optional, but carry to be on the safer side. And the second is the marriage certificate. So once all your documents are sorted, now the last process is the visa application form. Download it via the Gateway Globe website or the official Turkish embassy website. Take a printout of that, fill in all the details. You anyways have all your documents ready, so filling out the visa application form shouldn't be a problem at all, because your documents will help you facilitate fill the form itself. Take a printout of all the documents. Take hard copies, do not keep anything in soft copy. All your documents are ready, your visa application is ready, along with your passport, which should have a 6 months of validity. Apply all this at the Gateway Globe Center and you should be sorted. And they don't ask a lot of information once you submit the documents, so it's a relatively simple process, very seamless. And if all your documents are proper and they have all the necessary evidences which are needed by the embassy, you should get your visa in like 5 to 10 days of time. So that's all the information that you need to apply for a Turkish visa. I hope you found this video very useful. This is my first long form video and I hope to do more of these formats with useful information on traveling and visa applications in the future. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me in the comment section. Like, share this video with your friends and relatives who are going to Turkey. I hope it is useful for them. Also, please do follow our page Gravy and Gossip on Instagram, where we share useful stories and reels from our travels from across the various places that we go. And hope you like this video.